Business Insider with Mario Toneguzzi on Calgary's Business. Joining me today is Grace Yan, who is commercial real estate agent with Coldwell Banker in Calgary. Thanks for joining us today, Grace.
Thanks for having me, Mario.
Well, we've gone through some very interesting times lately in the last month or so. How serious is this pandemic for the very survival of businesses right now?
Well, I mean, right now, we know that over 50% of businesses aren't able to pay their rent for May. And it was a struggle for April. And I mean, we need the businesses to survive. Without the businesses, there won't be jobs for people to go back to. So we really need support from all levels of government so that businesses are able to get through this, really.
So the government has responded in some ways to this, both federally and provincially. What's your reaction to what they've done so far for businesses?
I mean, yes, they've indicated there is relief, forgivable loans. It's very complicated, Mario. It's convoluted. There's a formula. You have to qualify. So it's not straightforward. I think it's operational mid-May. So, businesses need money today. They need funding, and this is not making it easy for businesses. And that, to have to qualify as well. I don't know, who has even had or been able to use the relief so far. It's been insufficient. What I'm hearing from businesses is this 40,000 is insufficient. What's that really going to get you? Some people's payrolls are 40,000 a week. So really, we need a more generous stimulus package from all levels of government, and money that's fast tracked. Like
Tell,
weeks. It's not working.
tell me, Grace, how you're helping your clients right now navigate through this mess.
Right. And so I have clients, calling me and saying, what are we going to do? What should we do for rent? And all I can say is communicate, communicate, communicate with your landlord. As things are changing so frequently, and you have to, so now there's relief now for landlords. So you have to just communicate with them and say, it's a different situation for everybody. And that should, the effective communication with your landlord should really be enough, that you don't need to have to, well, you shouldn't really have to worry, because I know many landlords are trying to help as much as they can, and now there's more relief. So, we're all just trying to help each other here.
Okay. What's the lasting impact you see from the COVID crisis on the commercial real estate industry?
Well, Mario, different industries are hit harder than others. Retail, obviously, that whole sort of plan is going to change drastically. A lot of retailers are not able to pay the rent, and opting and choosing not to really even open up most of the stores again. And the footprints maybe for retail will be smaller. On that side, the future of the malls, it's going to change. And lease rates, that's probably going to change. There's going to be a lot of changes happening through this. And restaurants footprints, I think, are going to be smaller as well, with a bigger sort of take on just takeout. Takeout, it's going to be less of a dine-in type of footprint, because I mean, when restaurants do open, there's going to have to be this physical distancing again of 6 feet. So if you have a family of 6, so you're going to have, 4 people here, 2 people over there, because of the gaps. But so it's going to just be a little different how the dine-in model is going to look like. But the overall size of restaurants, I think, are just going to be smaller. Everything's just going to be smaller.
Grace, what are some of the common questions that clients are asking you today about all this?
Well, the biggest thing is really the rent. I mean, the biggest cost in a business is your lease and your labor. So, what I do, those are the big questions. And I say, okay, you have to have the conversations with the landlord, and then, find out, talk to your team, find out all the relief possible right now, cut your costs, as much as you can. Everyone wants to retain as much staff as they can. And, or else, you're not going to have staff when this all opens. So everyone is just trying to navigate as much as possible. When we really don't have a plan, there is no plan. There's no leadership. There's no direction. So everyone's just sort of confused. And okay, and then tomorrow there's something else that's new.
Yeah.
And so we need a plan. We need a plan here of safely opening businesses, or a plan of exactly what we're waiting for, what the strategies are. We need a plan for businesses to obtain a proper stimulus package that will help them survive through this.
Mhm. Grace, Grace, when you're looking at the commercial real estate market right now, from an investment point of view, should people be plunking money in commercial real estate? Is it a good time to buy? Not a good time? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, of course, it's a great time to buy, because there will be there's buildings in receivership now, big packages of buildings. And yes, I've got clients and just actually waiting for these buildings to go back, to go, into receivership. I mean, because we've got over 40%. I mean, this was pre-COVID. 40% of building of downtown was vacant already. So, how long can these buildings hang on for? So there will be significant damages, and there are people waiting and ready to jump on it when that happens.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Grace. How and why did you get into this kind of industry?
So commercial.
Yeah.
So my background is legal. I was a commercial. I was a paralegal in both commercial and residential, real estate. So real estate is really all I've done. My family's own real estate all over. And, it's really just what I know. Real estate is what I know, and I love, I know what I love. Right. So.
Okay. Then. Well, thanks for joining us today, Grace. I really appreciate that.
Thanks, Mario. Talk
Okay.
to you soon.
Okay, that was Grace Yan, who is a commercial real estate expert with Coldwell Banker in Calgary. And that was Business Insider today on Calgary's Business. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.